So today I'm coming to talk to you about insurance and more specifically trying to lower the cost of our insurance premiums. So first I wanted to say that insurance is just one of those things, many a times it's mandatory, or even if it is optional, it's just something that we purchase and fingers crossed we'll never need to use, we'll never need to make a claim. However, in the event that we do have to make a claim, I think it's very important that we deal with a company that had good customer service and offers a good product, at a good price as well. So with that, there's just so very many companies out there. It can be really quite tricky deciding which company to use. And of course, price is one consideration. Personally, it's not what I begin with. I'll be looking at the de facto rating for that insurer. So anything with 5-star, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm happy with that. The lowest I would choose is a 5-star rating. So again, that's the de facto rating. They're a company that specializes in looking at different insurers and rating them based on different criteria, etc. So it takes the hard work out of us having to do it ourselves, which I think is great. So having said that, let's talk about trying to reduce the cost of insurance. Well, first of all, let me tell you a little story. So I've been in this house now from brand new, it's been nearly 11 years, and I took insurance and, renewed it and then renewed it again and renewed it again. And after a few years, I was actually at home this time. I wasn't traveling with work as I so often was. And I sort of looked at the renewal paperwork and thought, blimey, that's a bit expensive, is it not? So I went into the study, got paperwork out of the file and started looking through and to see what was the premium in previous years. And much to my shock, I realized that actually the insurance policy, the premium, had more than doubled since I'd taken on that policy. Even so, not once did I make a single claim. And I thought, that can't be right, can it? So on the phone I was talking to the insurer, whose name I will not mention. And I said, well, I don't understand. Why is it getting so expensive? And it's just what they do as a matter of course. They simply increase your premium year on year, regardless of whether you've made a claim or not. Now, of course, if you have made a claim, it's going to go up even more. But essentially, I was very, very disappointed. I believed in customer loyalty. It doesn't exist, not with insurance anyway. So that's one of the ways where they make the most of their money, the most of their income, is just through renewals, because people don't necessarily look at the figures, people may not challenge those figures, people may not want to go through the hassle of comparing different companies and looking for the same product at a better price. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm very sorry, but I've already gone online, I've already done a little search, and I can get a product which is equivalent, just as good, for a much smaller price. So off I went and I moved on to a different insurer. Now, there are some other things that you can do as well. For example, using cashback. So there are some cashback sites. I suppose two of the biggest ones that I'm aware of are Top Cashback and Quidco. So I was introduced to them many years ago now, and it's been such a revelation. I think over the years I've saved well over £2,000 on one of those sites alone. The other one I don't use quite as much, so I've only saved about £1,000. When I mean save, I actually got the money back. So very, very interesting. If you're not familiar with those and you need a referral, please just let me know. I'm happy to send you my affiliate link. I think that I get a little bit of money and you do as well. So it's very much a win-win situation for the two parties involved. So I think that company nowadays, they're used to it actually. For example, the last time I renewed my insurance, I called to cancel because I didn't want to renew. And the lady I spoke with said, oh, how come you're changing? Did you find a cheaper price or are you getting cash back? And I said, well, actually, it's both. So, again, win-win. It was cheaper with another insurer and I got the cash back as well. Now, talking about cashback, another little story that's happened to me a few years ago now, I must say. I was insuring one of my properties and I entered all the details, etc. And I think the price they were asking was like 80 odd pounds. I can't quite remember the amount. But the cashback that I was meant to receive was 93 pounds. So the cashback amount was actually exceeding what I was going to pay for the insurance. And I thought, I don't know if that's going to work. I got a little bit worried. So what I did is I went back and I added some stuff that I really didn't need, to be honest, but I did it so that the price would then go up a little bit. And in the end, I think I paid like £121 for my insurance that year. And I had £93 cash back. So, really can't complain. That is a very good result indeed. But another way to also reduce the cost of your insurance is actually to look at what's included and to avoid duplication. Now, okay, granted, it does mean you're going to have to sit down, you're going to have the paperwork in front of you, you're going to have to go through the list of inclusions, but it's easy to get duplicate covers. Like maybe you've got like say a current account where you're paying a fee every month, and maybe that includes protecting your gadgets like your mobile phone and your tablets or whatever else, and maybe you're also paying for that on your home insurance. So there are some things that maybe you could look at. Travel insurance, that's another one which is sometimes included on some bank accounts and that you could also get together as a bolt-on on your home insurance, weirdly. Home emergency, that's another one. You can definitely get home emergency on many home insurances, and then you can get a standalone home emergency cover as well, or your breakdown assistance as well. So there's lots of things like that where you might not necessarily think, do you know what, I'm actually already covered for this, but just double check before you go ahead and sign up for a new policy. So here we are. Those were just a few little things, a couple stories and a few little tips for you regarding insurances, selecting a product which is adequate for your need, and also doing so at hopefully a lower cost. That's it for now. Bye.